What up YouTube, it's Raids Company. In this video, our warband is taking on our Helliquary raids. Now, I'm sure many of you are struggling with this. Some of the end raids, and even in Hell 6, even when you are right around the 8 to 9,000 CR, is a bit of a struggle. So my warband is just absolutely lovely, and I can definitely hold my own up until the very last boss. But we're gonna go and showcase all the bosses. I'm gonna talk about some mechanics as I do it. Hopefully I don't die because I'm absolute trash, but we're gonna talk about some of the mechanics, why you should be in a warband, and some of the benefits of doing it. So let's get straight to it. So first things first, obviously the community is the best part of being a part of a warband. We do our raids every reset day, so Monday and Thursday. Works out well for me. We do it at 9 p.m. server time, which is obviously the time of this video that I'm recording. We have 5 so far. Sometimes we will go ahead and fill in the rest. Sometimes we don't. I would say if you have any amount of influence in your warband, you definitely want to make sure you're filling it out all 8 people, because you do get 2 of these heavy chests, which can net you more legendary crests. I have told our warband leader numerous times that it's the thing that we should be doing, and it looks like we are doing it. So thank goodness. That would be very awkward if we didn't do it when I was recording the video. But again, mainly what you're going to be getting from doing your warband raids is the warband activity, which will then allow you to upgrade your, upgrade your oh gosh, what's it called? Can I exit and do this and do this? So with those that currency I just showed you, you would actually be able to upgrade your ancestral property, more so the ancestral tableau, which gives you some incremental combat rating. Now we are doing it we are doing this on Hell 6, and so we're just going to spin and win. I use the wrong, I have not used my barbarian on computer yet, so this is a very interesting experience. But obviously, just like any other MMORPG, you're going to go and clear out all the ads, summons the boss, and then you get straight to it. You're going to go ahead and beat them up. And in our case, we're just going to spin and win, because that's what you do as a barbarian. You spin, you win. Kill ads. Now, as a melee, you do take a ton of damage in most of these fights, but a good little thing to keep in mind is that whenever you see his body shift, you want to go ahead and transition away. It gives you an extra couple of seconds to move away, and you also dodge some of the auto attacks that these bosses do. So even right now, I'm shifting towards his back end. Don't make it weird, but it definitely saves some incremental damage as a melee, because those auto attacks right there would have hit me otherwise. Go and step out of the bad, and then go back in and do some damage. Obviously, ranged classes have the most advantage here when it comes to not taking those types of hits, because you can just literally just not be next to him. Obviously my main source of damage is melee as a melee class, so I have to be all up in him, but we are flying through this. So once you get him basically dead, he goes and cowers behind his little corner. It summons like this wall of people. You just fry it. You do want to try not getting hit by stuff. Ideally you're not using charge for that nature, but yeah, that is what we're doing here. I like to save at least 1 charge to dodge the bad. But it looks like we'll be good to go and fry him here. So we're going to go and try to do this. Take a little bit of excess damage. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. We got a warband chest and then a Helliquary legendary. Let's see if we get anything from the gold chest. Hopefully we do. The ads are just chilling. I was about to say, they shouldn't be here. All right, so that's 1 down, 4 more to go. I did get another legendary crown. And now we are going to open up our second chest. All right, no legendary that time. The first time I did this, I feel like I was pumping out some serious legendaries, but definitely not this time. Well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Now, they did make this change where you don't actually have to leave the raid, which is phenomenal. So right here, go ahead and hit cancel. You stay in your raid, and then the raid leader can then just change the target or the raid boss to whomever you can. But yes, so there you go. You get the warband activity. Go over here. Oops, what do we get here? Pob. Oops, hold on. That is guild stuff. Don't need to worry about any of that. Let's see if we got an upgrade. We did let's see if we got 1 strength up, and then you got more fortitude. So not bad. Obviously, the more you do this twice a week, the less upgrades you're going to get. But then the cool thing is you can take these demonic remains and sell them to then allow you to upgrade your Helliquary. So like right now, I'll go and show you guys. Come over here to the blacksmith. There's no more green arrows. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to them. Services, salvage remains. Go ahead and sell all. Boom, 131. Let's see if that gives me enough to upgrade my Helliquary. It does not. I have 156 out of 240, which would be great. But that is the fastest way of getting it. And yeah, so the Demonic Rains also give you a bunch of combat power and just overall stats, which make you stronger. But this also gives you just flat upgrade. I'm level 27. I did take several months off, which is why I'm a wee bit lower. But let's see if we can actually upgrade our ancestral property. And I can. Actually, I should be able to upgrade more than once. So this one I'm way behind on because I just recently, obviously, have been started playing the game again. Let's upgrade it once, twice. So it looks like it stays at 300, which is nice. And I do get a decent little bit of a bonus there. You can see the max here in the far right. And the current bonus, I'm only at 13. So I have a decent amount of upgrade to go. But it looks like we should be good to go with our next raid. Here we go. This video is probably going to be a decent bit longer, and like I said, I'm probably going to end up just hugging the floor on the very last boss, but I'm sure many of you can relate to that because my current combat rating is, I want to say like 8.2, 8.3. All right, so 8,300 is my current combat rating. Not great, not bad, kind of average. Oh, wow, random lag there. Speaking of lag, I have not had a big issue with lag like many other people have said. Obviously, for this mechanic, the hardest part is the bats. You know when the bats are chasing you because you get a bat head on your head, that red thing, and the bats just chase you around. You just have to escape them, and then once their like blue line of death goes away, of like their like charge, if you will, then you can go in and kill them. This boss isn't incredibly difficult, but I have seen a lot of people die to it. This is actually a really good time for a new tip. Oh, hello there. Yeah, I already did the bounties. I don't need that. So again, as a melee, this is a pretty miserable fight. What are we doing? Why is this okay, I was like, why is it giving us this weird thing over and over again? But yeah, so this fight isn't too terrible, but like I just said, I would definitely recommend being in a party. That way you can benefit from some of the buffs. If you have 8, you can do 2 parties. Obviously, Crusaders are the way to get the best buffs, but you also get some decent ones with Barb. So I'm running away because I have the bats right now. So we are running away, running away. All right, now we're good. Now we can fight them. Oh, they actually went on to someone else. Now you fight them. Spin and win. So they're not hard to kill once you defeat or just outlive that little part. Wow, that actually would have done a ton of damage. That is probably the hardest part of this fight is that oh, escape. Whew. So obviously the circle's in the middle. There's a couple fights where you actually do want to be in the middle of the circles in the fight, but this is not one of them. So when they do that, you want to make sure you get out of the bad. All right, this is where they just drop things from the hell. I think we get more bats here in a second before he comes back down, if I remember correctly. Yeah, some ads. General rule of thumb, kill ads, win boss fight. All right, so the bats are here again. You just want to run away from them as much as possible, then get right back on the boss. I'm not being targeted, so I can just double dip on the boss. Again, melee, feel the pain, kind of get some ads as you can. Try not to get hit, but this one does actually do a decent amount of damage. I know I said it's not exactly easy and or hard or easy to die to, but definitely is a thing if you're not careful. All right, so this stage right here, you want to come out and destroy the bats. I don't actually know what happens if you don't. I've always just done it. So I don't think you can CC them all that hard, but it looks like maybe you can. Never tried to. I was trying to hit my charge there, but they died too quickly. Hashtag first world problems. All right, back on the boss. Obviously, as you're a melee, you want to just try to avoid all the bat on the ground. This is some free DPSing time. And obviously just hit some autos as you can. Got him almost dead. He should be dead. And at the very end here, he splits off into 3 different parts, which is definitely part of it. Not a difficult mechanic at all. And then you just kind of split the damage up, and then you kill him all, and then boom. Oops, dodge bad. And then kill boss. Dodge bad. Dodge bad. It really sucks being melee because you have to like get really, really close, and it's kind of easy to, you know, get hit by all the bad thing. All right, so we got another Skinville Demonic Remain. All right. I'll take it. See if we get any legendaries. I am on my Barb now, so I could really benefit from some legendaries. All right, another Demonic Remain. Not bad. It'll help us incrementally when it comes to upgrading the Helliquary, but I could use a legendary or 9. Ugh, pain and suffering. No legendaries yet. 2 bosses down. No legendaries. Again, we're not going to leave the raid because we have 3 more bosses to go. Yeah, we got that going on too. That's a thing. You do actually get to benefit as well from these. So you get 20 of them for your battle pass, which is nice. Decent little jump 2 times a week. So take what you can get. I don't think we had any Helliquary upgrades, but let's check. Nope. So we're going to go ahead and sell those. Boom, done. Salvage, salvage, salvage. Cooking with gas. All right, we got 3 more. Again, we're just waiting for them to change the, there you go, change the boss. And then they should be starting it up here soon. You can see that most of us are running the damage bonus from our warband. Except for this one, damage taken by all warband members decreased by 1.2%. Not bad at all. A selfless buff, to say the least. Dare I start it? This one, I'm only 100 off, so I shouldn't necessarily be having to hug the ground too much. But yeah, the last couple could be a bit of a challenge when it comes to that. All right, so we did have somebody leave. We have to recruit a new one. All right, we are on to the next boss. Just picked up our good old boy Mickey, 1054. Again, here in the beginning, just blow up some ads. Easy peasy stuff. This one, actually, I do know this fight. This one is a little bit harder. I will take 86% more damage. There's a decent chance I die at least one time here, if not more, honestly speaking. Same idea here. You do want to keep yourself sort of behind the boss if you're a melee. If you're ranged, you just obviously want to benefit from not having to worry about this and just staying away from the boss as much as possible. There is going to be a part here where he captures, I forgot her name, but you do want to release her as soon as you can. This does a ton of damage, so you would want to make sure you get in the shield for sure. I actually stopped DPSing because I have auto attacked. I'll try to sneak it in here for the video because sometimes I actually die from trying to auto attack. Usually it's on my phone and it like pulls me out of the bubble, so it doesn't feel great. But yeah, definitely a thing they need to worry about again as a melee. Those of you who don't know, my main is likely going to be either my wizard or my demon hunter. Obviously saving a charge like I said. So right here you want to come over here, get Niziza. You want to release her as fast as you can. I don't know what happens if you don't, but you just want to do the mechanic. And these things start to explode. You just want to try to avoid the bad. Wow, that was an interesting combination there. And then you're back on the boss. We are doing a ton of damage. I'm doing really, really well on this guy, actually. What the heck? I lost my mouse for a second. All right, so now this is one of those mechanics you don't want to stay in the bad. He does sort of try to like eat up the floor. So as a melee, and I'm sorry, as a range, now it becomes sort of your issue. That's the first health pot I had to pop. I did dodge that. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to or not. Yeah, that was a good run, actually. That was probably one of the better runs that we have done. For that one, we actually lost very little. No. Collect it. Collect it. Let me collect it. Got it. All right. See if I get any more legendaries. Nope, still just the demonic things. I really, really need legendaries for my my barb. No Legos again. That sucks. Moving on. Next boss. All right, going on to Dimdrail. I feel like this one, gosh, I can't remember off the names or even the picture really. The last one is definitely the one, Apotho, I think is his name. But yeah, that one definitely leads me just hugging the ground for a good old-fashioned long time. Again, I think that one is closer to like a 9k resonance, not resonance, but combat rating requirement, so I'm pretty far off from that. But, you know, you do what you can. And here we are again, you kill the ads. You kill the ads. There is a decent chance this time I do end up dead. I will try to put myself in the... Never mind, I'm still just 100 off, so I'll try to put myself in the middle in case I do die is what I was going to say. But I should be good here. You obviously get 1 free res per raid. And after that, people can pick you up if you want. I am not the lowest in my warband, but I'm by far not the highest either. So I'm not a prioritized person, which is totally fine when it comes to being down. Oh, all right, so this one, oh God, where's my mouse? Shoot, I dropped it on my team. So you get that red circle around you, and you definitely want to make sure that you do not drop that, like I did, around for others to fall on. And then this one is the beams of death, things on the ground. So it gets a little hairy here when it comes to dodging. Again, as a melee, red you don't want to stand in for this fight. But now you can jump back in and start beating things up. Boss itself is squishy, but did I do that again? Oh man, I am trash. You're trash, kid. You're trash. You do want to make sure you're cognizant of the ground. I am not. I don't think this is not good ground. Get out of the bad ground. All right, now we can be able to go back in, but you want to dodge all of these things. This fight definitely has probably more mechanics than the ones prior, which makes sense. As they get difficult, you have to do more things. I'm already taking a decent bit damage. That's what it is. This one is when he projects out into all these different things, and they do a ton of damage off to the side, if I remember correctly at least. Yeah, so I dodge those. They get a little hairy if you don't dodge them, obviously. Imagine. Actually gonna... Alright. Chilling Claws is, I want to say, somebody's ult that we just carry, so it's usually not that problem. I think that offends a lot of people sometimes when that's a thing. They have to do in a warband. It doesn't bother me. We have cleared all of Hell 6, so it's definitely not a problem. And they have helped me progress, so I don't mind helping others progress as well, even if it is an ult. So no worries on my end when it comes to that. But some people feel very strongly, so keep that in mind when you're shopping for your warbands. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that health potion for myself. Oh god, I almost died there.
My strength returns.
He's almost dead. We're doing well. The last bit of this fight's pretty intense as well. I'm going to do my absolute best, obviously, to not die. God, I don't even know how you dodge that. Like, it's so obnoxious. Honestly, I think there's just parts of this fight you can't dodge, and that's one of them. But luckily for me, there are tons of health pools on the ground. Oh, dodge bad, dodge bad, dodge bad. Ah! So I need to get to that health pot in the back. Oh, fudge. Uh-huh. Alright, we lost Hidden Claws. Alright, she popped. Alright, good. She is definitely not somebody we can afford to lose. She is also our leader of our warband. But she does a ton of damage as a, oh my god.
My strength returns.
Pain and suffering going on here, man. Alright, does that little half a circle. Pretty easy to avoid there. I think we're getting towards the end where I am likely going to die. Yeah, okay, get in the middle. All right, I'm going to pop, but you don't want to be on the outside of this circle. This is one of the ones where you do want to make sure you're in the middle because you take a ton of damage on the outside. I hesitate so... Oh, look at this. Like, look at that. Look at, as a melee, man. The struggle. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Wow, I died at the very end there. So again, as intended, it gets a little hairy towards the end, but you have to dodge those circles. I kind of stopped myself. I did get a legendary leg, it looks like, but yeah, it gets a little rough for melees in most of these raids. That's consistent with most MMORPGs. It was the same way with WoW. I used to play a rogue or a warrior, and it just does not feel great getting just dumpstered on with mechanics if you stand in the bad. All right, so it looks like I got another warband chest. And I did get a Lego. So one Lego so far. Pants, which I don't need. Womp womp womp. Alright. One more boss. This one is going to be rough. Alright, this one, Apotheros. It's the shadow one. I'll talk about the mechanics because I do know how to do it, but I do not have the combat rating to stay alive. I guarantee you that. Like I said, I'm 8,300. This one requires 8,900. This is also the one that helps you unlock Hell 7. If you haven't done already, we have this on farm for the most part. Watch, this would be hella annoying if I died on the farm part. There's this pretty obnoxious beginning part that you have to worry about. Oh, I did have an upgrade. Vitality and fortitude minus willpower. Okay. Not bad. See if that gave me an increase at all to my combat rating. Not much. Alright, so up here in the beginning, you just come up here, kill the bad, spin and win. Boom, 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 boom. Chilling Claws is already dead. I'm already taking a ton of damage. This fight, man. I promise you, I will be hugging the ground because I'm taking an additional 1,304% damage. But we're gonna pop a heal and try to do this the best we can. So the biggest thing here is the boss spawns in the middle. There are these little pillars towards the end. You do want to pull the boss off to one of these sides. So as soon as these ads spawn, you want to kill them by these towers. Helps get this to full. Once the boss is over here, you can then do damage to the boss. It's a several multi-phase fight, but that is the hugging the ground. But that is the generic fight, if you will. Like right now, we are not doing well because we don't have I guess they're trying to pull them over to that side. I wish there was a better spectating mode so you could see it. Obviously, this is the shadows in the ground. You want to dodge those, but then there are ads that spawn, which again you want to pull towards these towers. So it's definitely you have to multitask a decent bit on this. I'm actually getting rezzed. I could have popped, but all right, hold on. Healed up. All right. So the boss is coming over. He pretty quickly will erase our work on this tower. Don't get hit by bad. Oh god, I'm dead. God, he just does so much damage. So many things. All right, we have this popped. I'm dead.
Run deep.
Come back up. And get. All right, so we're doing some amount of damage to him for sure. I'm dead. I'm just trying to stay close. It is actually like I know I'm very behind the combat rating requirement, but it is quite irritating to continually die. I hope they don't pick me up and waste their time, but if they do, I will do my best to pick people up. That's usually my role here, as well as buff people the best I can. So yeah, hopefully nobody dies trying to pick me up, because otherwise that would not be good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Obviously, you can see all the bad on the ground that you want to avoid. It is a lot. It is a ton of bad for this fight. I can totally understand why so many people struggle with this fight. It is a not easy one for sure. Usually people require about 9k resonance to be able to push this. As I said, I'm at 8.3, so I'm noticeably below. But it is a good fight. Ultimately, Blizzard did a great job designing it, in my opinion. Looks like we did phase him once, at least. At least one of those health bars is now down. You can see at the far left over here the enrage timer. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let me see if there's anyone else I can pick up. Bang, I want to try to pick up, I believe. I also don't even know if I can, like... Hey, you, I need you to fight. My homie in Christ. That water has an obnoxious distance on it. Fun fact. He was already res. I should not have done that. But again, yeah, so hopefully home dude over here chilling in the corner starts to fight. We need him to do so, because we already have... I'm trying. I'm just a bot. Oh, no. But yeah, that water mechanic is super obnoxious. It hits way longer than it would appear. All right, I'm just going to do the best I can. So obviously it's recommending demonic remains, socketing my gems, upgrading equipment. I do need to upgrade my equipment. That is definitely a thing that I need to do. It is somewhat misleading to see how far along this fight is, because it goes through multiple phases where it's like different persons, like different versions of this guy. So I don't know if this is like close to dead, or if this is close to dead for one of the phases. I think this is just one of the phases. It's a pretty long fight, admittedly. But we do have some decent DPS in here, so this could be the end. I don't know. No, I think this is just a phase. Again, I hope they don't pick me up. It feels bad. Oh, that was it. Cool. So I did get at least one legendary, it looks like. Maybe two. Because again, some of these are demonic remains. So that was actually a really good run. Usually that is a much longer fight. So we definitely had higher DPS this time than we have had in the past, which is good, which means everyone is doing their due diligence to make this process less painful. All right, let's see how many legendaries we end up getting total. 1, 2, only 2. Not great, but this is actually this is one that I want. That's an offhand that I really was looking forward to getting. So that is all that is in the warband raids. It doesn't take a long time. We started at 9 o'clock. It is now 9:30. We did have a couple of like little things that we had to fix. My child came in at one point, interrupted me, and then we had a one person that had to download all of the new updates. So that was a thing that we had to worry about. So usually it goes a decent bit quicker is what I'm getting at. But all in all, I look forward to these. It's definitely a nice like sort of community building kind of thing. And ultimately do get to progress your character a decent bit. So all of these will go into being salvaged. Boom, boom, boom. I should have enough now to upgrade my Helliquary. That's the wrong thing. Helliquary. Upgrade. Booyah! Let's see how much we got. An additional 12 combat rating. Oh yeah! Alright, so that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Until next time, lock it in.